It's Kim. And is Britney going to be performing at the Super Bowl? So I wanted to hop on and just address this very quickly because I'm seeing a lot of rumors all over Twitter, and I just wanted to set the story straight because I've had a lot of DMs from my followers and my subscribers asking me if I know anything about this. So I'm just going to tell you what I know and what I suspect. So a good amount of this video is going to be speculation. We don't have a huge amount of information on this yet, but I am going to stick with what we do know to be true and then give you my thoughts on what's going on. So around Friday and Saturday, I started seeing a lot of rumors as far as a list of people that had reportedly been approached by the NFL to perform at the Super Bowl. And this included names like Britney, Christina, Rihanna, the list went on. And then on Sunday, we got confirmation that Rihanna will be the artist who will be headlining the Super Bowl this year. Which, to be honest, I mean, I'm very happy for them. The Rihanna Navy, or her fan group, her stan group, has been waiting for years for anything from her because she's been very busy with Fenty Beauty and having a baby and all those types of things. So my love to the Rihanna Navy. I am so happy you all have made it through the drought. Genuinely, I hope that the next few months for you guys are awesome and you enjoy every moment of it as a new era begins. But this also brought up the question of whether or not Britney would be performing in the Super Bowl because reportedly she had been considered. She would be a huge pull for an audience, and what a great venue potentially for a comeback for her of a performance. But also because Rihanna and Britney share a #1 Billboard hit on the Hot 100 for their remix for S&M. The S&M remix came out in 2011, and that was around the time that Britney was in her femme fatale era. So we're talking about Hold It Against Me, Till the World Ends, I Want to Go, and Criminal were the big songs around that time, and she also embarked on the femme fatale tour. So Britney was very busy at that point, and Rihanna was busy as well. And the two of them did this remix of Rihanna's song S&M. And I remember when this came out, it just shot up the charts. Like it was fast. I was not expecting it to be as successful as it was, as quickly as it was, but it was. And it also was surprising because Rihanna and Britney never did a video for the song. And that's pretty unheard of. Normally, if you have a song that's going to hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, there's usually a big promo thing going on, and that includes, your music video and multiple performances and things like that. Except S&M was only ever performed once by Britney and Rihanna, and that was pretty much it. There was like, I don't remember anything else happening as far as promo for that song. And for it to be as successful as it was very surprising. This would be a natural fit to have not only the controversial element of S&M and, trying to get those headlines going for the Super Bowl. If Britney was to join Rihanna on stage at the Super Bowl and do a performance of S&M, it would be massive. Don't get me wrong, Rihanna could completely handle a Super Bowl halftime show on her own. She doesn't need anybody else beside her. But it is normally standard practice for other artists to come alongside superstars and just make the performance a bit more exciting, have more appeal. And so to me, when I look at Rihanna's hit catalog and I look at people that would be natural to invite in, you're looking at people like Drake, Jay-Z, Eminem, and that would be great, except Eminem was on the Super Bowl last year. And I mean, that doesn't mean he can't come back. That's not what I'm saying at all. But if we're trying to have more of an appeal and attract different audiences, Britney would be a natural fit to come in and bring in more of the pop demographic, for lack of a better term. Then last night, Britney went off on her Instagram. She was going through more of her trauma. She was explaining how she felt, but she also started comparing herself to Jennifer Lopez. And some people kind of took this to be shade to Jennifer Lopez. She also mentioned Justin and him doing long performances at award shows. She was talking about award show performances, long performances. She also brought up again how she had wanted to do remixes of her old songs in the past and that she had been blocked by her team to be able to do that. I brought up the Disney award show where she literally watched Jamie Lynn do remixes of her songs that she wanted to do, but she couldn't do them, but Jamie Lynn could, which I'm sorry. I can't wait for her to talk about that night in the book. It's it's gonna be beautiful. I'm excited. Sorry. And I think some people were confused as to why she was bringing Jennifer Lopez into this. Now, this is my speculation. I can't confirm any of this is true, but as a Britney fan, I take a look at this, and this is kind of what comes to my mind. Britney and Jennifer Lopez have done a number of things in their career that kind of mirror each other, and they also were very popular around the same time, and I mean, still are to this day. They're both iconic. Jennifer has had a lot of success when it comes to clothing. She actually even had her own clothing line for a long time, and then she had her own collection at Kohl's for a while, which also mirrors that Britney was a spokesperson for Candies, which was a Kohl's clothing line. So, I mean, like, there we go. They've both had fragrances. They've both had residencies in Vegas. They've both been judges on singing reality shows. They're both very passionate about dancing. There's definitely a lot of things alongside, and Jennifer has also been vocal in her support of Britney over the years. So when she's talking about Jennifer, I don't think she's talking about her in a negative fashion. I think what she's trying to say is that when you look at someone like Jennifer and you look at someone like Britney, you see that there are differences. And Britney says it herself in the Instagram post that one of the big differences is their family. That she says Jennifer Lopez's family would never do to her what Britney's family did to her. So why is Jennifer Lopez relevant right now? Well, the last 3 Super Bowl performers we've had in the past couple of years, well, last year it was the collaboration between Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Kendrick Lamar, Eminem, and Mary J. Blige. And then the year before that, we had The Weeknd. Oh, when The Weeknd started playing stuff from the mixtapes, the Toronto girl in me absolutely went crazy. I went ballistic. I was so excited, and it was a mix of me singing, screaming at the top of my lungs, crying, dancing, and just being like, yes, yes. Yes. If you haven't heard them, The Weeknd's mixtapes are incredible, and you can get them now on Spotify. You can listen to them. They're under the name Trilogy. They're a bit different from the original mixtapes, but it's pretty close. And then before The Weeknd, it was Jennifer Lopez and Shakira. So I'm going to assume at this point, this is an assumption, this is speculation, that Britney was likely approached to do the Super Bowl. And they probably said, well, Jennifer did it a couple years ago and it went really well. And Britney said no. And then Rihanna said yes. And they moved forward with the announcement. Again, this is speculation. And I know that it's a bit of a reach. But I also feel like when you look at all these things, they all do kind of connect in a weird way. I kind of feel like I'm like Pepe Silva type thing right now. But it wouldn't surprise me if that's what was going on here. And in the post that Britney wrote, she stated her opinion on performing again. I'd like to see a management system tell Jennifer Lopez to go through what I went through. What the F do you think she would do? Her family would never allow that. Psst. You say do what you want to do now. Really? 14 years later? After being humiliated? It's way too late for that. Again, I'd rather stay home and poop in my effing pool than join the entertainment business. As much as the Stan Hart in me would love to see Britney join Rihanna at the Super Bowl, perform together, have Britney come back victorious and strong and do an amazing job. I don't think she wants to, and I don't think she's ready. Now, my speculation as a longtime fan with her is that I don't think she's going to be able to go for the rest of her life without performing again. She is a performer. I think that's part of why she dances in front of her phone camera in her, in her hallways or in her living room, in her studios or whatever, because it's something that she has to do, particularly with dancing. It's a huge thing for her, and performing and writing and singing, and that is her gift. But she has only been free of this conservatorship for the past year. And even at that, she's had to basically live in this world of having to fight, for her rights and being able to stick up for herself in a court of law and deal with a lot of family drama and issues. She hasn't had the time, I think, or the break to be able to really heal at this point. Do I hope that she changes her mind? Absolutely. Am I okay with it if she doesn't? Yes. It makes me sad, but yes. I hate to see people that hurt her, traumatized her, use her win. That they take away something that she is so good at and so talented at, and an absolute legend and iconic. But that is a journey that only she can make, and only she can, tell whether or not something is right for her. So I think, again, it's just going to have to be patience. And as always, I want the best for her, and I hope she's able to continue healing as she continues to go through the different therapies she's doing and getting to make her own decisions. I think for me, that's the most frustrating part now of being a Britney fan, is everybody was so, all everyone was so all in on the idea of free Britney. And now that she's free and she's making her own decisions, and some of them are not what people wanted them to be, people are upset. And people want to voice their opinions and say, well, I don't think she should be doing that. I think she should be doing this. Ultimately, we have no right to say that. We fought for her to have her freedom, and she deserves it. And if she would rather poop in a pool than perform, then that's her prerogative. But don't poop in pools. Don't. Don't poop in pools. So to answer the question that I asked at the beginning, is Britney performing at the Super Bowl? Right now, I would put my money on no. That's my speculation. That's my opinion. I don't think she is. In the future, maybe. Maybe. But it will take time, and it will depend on Britney's healing process. Well, that's it. That's the video. Much love. Bye. They both have been judges on reality television shows. They've done a lot of the same things. And Jennifer Lopez, Bear, can you stop? She's nesting, like she's trying to make herself comfortable. Are you almost there? She just sassed, and she just sighed and gave me the biggest sass I've ever seen. Oh my gosh. Are you comfy now? Is this better? Okay. I love you.